So there's this website that I use, right, called Goodreads, and it's for the weird people in this world that read books. I don't even know what a book is. I don't even know why anyone would do that. But anyways, I go on this site because there's a feature to leave reviews for titles, and I like to see what people have to say about some of the things that I read, because I read things on theology and history and politics, apologetics, things like that. And I want to see if anyone has any fair criticisms of the material, or if it's just mad triggered liberals in the review section trying to review bomb it and say nothing of substance, which is usually what happens, and that just vindicates my choice of reading what I read even more. But regardless, just out of sheer curiosity and boredom, I decided to type in the Bible Goodreads to see what reviews are on it, and I found the ESV version. And I just found pages and pages of hilarious reviews. And some of these are funny, but some of these are kind of bad, and we should pray for these people because clearly they need God in their lives. They're very clearly miserable and unhappy. But I figured that I would share some of these with you guys because some of these are actually kind of funny. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first one we have here is this guy. Let's just see what he says.
This does not read this book. I am simply trembling as I type this review, but I will type fraud.
Wow, this guy has like no grammar.
The stops for the sake of warning others free of reading foot. It starts off with this fella right. Super lovable, he's like a baby in a manger, he's all nice to people and heals them and stuff. And honestly, I got kinda attached to him, I felt like he grew up with me, I felt like we were friends, so imagine my horror right when they killed him off, are you kidding me? I
mean, to be fair, that is a pretty sad situation. That is a pretty sad scene in all of the Gospels, so I'll give you that one.
Was not prepared for a main character death, I was sobbing for years, I haven't spoken to my family or left the house in months, I feel like I'm truly grieving, like I've lost a love.
Oh my gosh,
One,
dude.
I shut the book right after he died because I can't bear to read anymore, I'm so...
So you missed the part where he came back to life?
Disappointed with this book, and I beg of you not to put yourself through the same emotional trauma.
Trauma
that I put myself through, I only hope my experiences can help just one other person, and it will all be worth it, it's what Jeezy would have wanted, peace out, it's back to crying for me now.
Okay, this one's funny. This one is at least funny. I can't say the same thing about the next one.
Link Robert Wiston.
This guy Robert says
graphic rating December. Graphic rating 1 out of.
He left a 1-star rating.
Unbelievable characters, poor writing skills. This fantasy book can't even keep the internal logic of its world going, and the god character is just such an unrelenting villain that it's a real downer.
So, did you forget that he literally created everyone, and also like even as a literary criticism? Let's pretend it was all fiction. This doesn't make any sense because he's the creator, and every single time, if you actually read through the Bible, you can see that the people that he freed from slavery and provided land to and stuff like that just keep rebelling against him over and over and over again. I don't understand how you can draw this conclusion.
Profile Emily Link.
Okay, let's see. What does Emily have to say?
Graphic link. No, not gay enough.
Not gay enough. Okay.
Button 2.
Okay, that was funny.
God, July 7th, 2020.
Whoa, what?
Graphic rating 1 out of 5.
Some user who...
Link.
Wow, very funny. Called themselves God. Said...
Not my best work.
Not my best work. Okay. That's funny, but it's not. That's like outright just blaspheming. It's calling himself God. That's ridiculous.
Links one of button graphic link July sucks. It doesn't have enough frogs, and
it doesn't have enough frogs. Oh my gosh, dude.
Link 3 button follow graphic rating 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
Link December needs more lesbians.
What do you mean more? Where are the lesbians in the Bible? What do you mean? The only time it's even mentioned is in Romans 1, and it's denounced. Where are they? What do you mean?
Link Lily Tan 1 review button follow graphic rating 3 out of 5.
This person says 3 out of 5.
Link July 7th, 2020.
Lily Tan.
I liked it. It was great fiction. I enjoyed the parts.
It was great fiction? Oh.
Link I liked it. It was great fiction. I enjoyed the parts with Jesus and his 12 boyfriends and
That's just blatantly not true and disrespectful. But
drama between them. I do think that Jesus was a little bit overpowered. Otherwise, it was great.
It was a little bit overpowered?
Button.
What do you mean?
Link 18. Button graphic link may for too long.
This guy says too long.
Link to, button, grab, link to a terrible book, badly written with awful pacing. Trivial details are explained and mind-numbing. Detail while actual important questions about what is God and the afterlife are ignored. The morals are inconsistent, incoherent, and often...
Okay, so I'm going to actually give this a serious response because people actually, for some reason, do believe these things. So this guy says, a terrible book, badly written with awful pacing. Trivial details are explained in mind-numbing detail while actually important questions like what is God and afterlife are just
morals.
So the thing is these guys are always inconsistent because those so-called trivial details that you talk about, I know what he's talking about. It's like the whole genealogies and like history of stuff. So those actually go in favor of it being like actual historical fact because of how much detail is put in there. I mean, you're talking about like land borders and on all these other things and like measurements for tabernacles and all these other things, right? So that just goes to show that it's trying to record history. But instead of seeing that, this guy just says, "Oh, it's fiction," even though like this mirrors actual historical accounts. If you want to see that, read the book on the reliability of the Old Testament. I'm reading that right now. It's pretty good. But regardless, love the double standard here from these atheists that always do this. Talk about how, the Bible is completely ahistorical and nonsense when it actually gives historical details. No, that's fiction. What a joke.
Morals are inconsistent,
incoherent, and often abhorrent.
Genocide.
It advocates genocide. No, it doesn't.
Sexism.
No.
Bigotry.
No.
Murder.
Commandment 5, though.
Massacre.
Hatred
of everyone who
disagrees. Where? Literally where? And by the way, there's a difference between what it prescribes and describes. But, okay.
Book had no relevance.
Book has no relevance for modern days. I mean, clearly it does because it's still being preached.
And should be
confined to the dustbin of history. See, but you ignore the actual history in the text. Okay, whatever.
List with
let's see if the next one is at least
900 button for graphic rating 5 out of 5.
Oh, this person gives a 5-star review.
Link made when since this is actually 66 books in one. Perhaps I should review them as I go. This is my second go around with the Bible, reading it cover to cover, but I'm trying to do it in 1 year this time, rather than the nearly 4 years it took me last time. Edit note. Okay, so it's taking me more than a year. We'll go for a year and a half. Oh, it is for me, and that's why I'm in a year. We'll go for a year and a half. I refuse to review this as a theological text, even though it is for me, and that's why I'm rereading it, as this is a book review website and not a church forum. Therefore,
okay, so this person actually took the time, I read this before, to write a whole review of every single book in the Bible and put it in one, and that was pretty cool. I would look at this page just for that, because that was actually pretty cool. The person was not like completely disrespectful and ridiculous. This is actually kind of cool. So I'll give this one a pass. This one's good.
Profile link Tom 31 review
Tom
button
says,
follows traffic rating 1 a link chat poorly written fiction.
Poorly written fiction.
Button 3 profile link 2 but graph link June 9. I like Jesus. I just hate his fan base.
I like Jesus. I just hate his fan base. Okay, that one's good. That one's funny. So this just goes on and on and on. There's just pages and pages of people just being extremely disrespectful. Even I think at the end of this page, somebody was saying, somebody left a 3-star review being like, see, I was going to leave 1 star, but then the gay scene showed up about the Jesus washing his disciples' feet, which is not gay, by the way, but, you know, that's just the kind of brain function of these people. It's not that good. Regardless, these reviews do go on forever. They are funny, some of them are just stupid, some of them are just blatantly disrespectful, but it's worth looking through this because sometimes there is things to genuinely give a response to and have a laugh. So that's why I shared that with you guys. But I do want to point out something real quick before I go. So I have here the reviews for the Quran
of his collect data Muslim. What a Muslim you have to read this so that no one else can tell you.
Look at
what is such a big part of April 60 profile April Marcus 4 button.
The things that atheists say about other cultures' holy books
link April 60
versus what they say to the Bible.
It's the Quran. Even if, like me, you are not religious, you should still read the Quran since it is such a big part of this world, if for no other reason than to have some sort of understanding into what everyone is talking about and fighting over. And if you are religious, if you are Christian or Muslim, you have to read this so that no one else can tell you what it says. If you rely on others, they can mislead you, whether purposely or not, down the wrong path to understand the true message.
So that is in stark contrast to the atheists who apply the standard of, oh, we need to get rid of the Bible, destroy it, get rid of it. Oh, but the Muslim holy text, though, we got to be respectful of that. Can't say anything about that one. At least be consistent, bro. Because you're gonna find some negative reviews that actually try to give some criticism, and then you're gonna find just all these positive reviews about how, like, oh, I can't say anything because it's disrespectful if I were to say anything, and I can't speak, and I can't put down other people's beliefs. But you have no problem doing it with Christianity, though. Anti-Christianity is real, guys. But anyways, that was fun. That was fun to read. I'm gonna put the link for the Goodreads page in the description so y'all can go read it for yourselves and just see that this never ends. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next one, and thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like the content and you want to see more of it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.